In this video, I'm going to show you 2 strategies that will help cut down the learning curve for your new sales reps and the new hire onboarding process. Let's go. Hey guys, it's Ryan Holman, founder of Sales Recruiting University, back with another weekly video. SRU is a 44-person company and growing. We recruit well over 1,000 commission-based sales reps every single month and growing, on track for 15,000 this year. And we help our clients with things like obviously recruiting, onboarding, training, management systems, and more. And again, today what we're talking about is 2 strategies that we've been working on internally within our sales team and our clients for several months that is cutting down the learning curve for new sales reps in the onboarding process by 25 and sometimes up to 50%, which is huge. Let's pretend it's 50% and you have a 30 or 60 day learning curve to ramp up into quota for your sales opportunity. And now that 60 days goes down to 30, obviously that would be a huge thing. It's a huge thing for the sales leaders because that means less of a time investment, less difficult to get the reps ramped up, and a better job experience for the new hires because they're collapsing their income and scaling up to quota or whatever you call it by 25 to 50% less. So this is going to benefit your onboarding process and the ramp up period for your new hires in a massive way. And that's the goal of this video, is for you to implement this regardless of your sales model, your opportunity, whether it's an entry-level appointment setting role, a senior level sales role, a closer role, an in-home sales role, a B2B role, a remote role. It doesn't matter the sales model. This is going to be applicable to all of you. And what we're calling this right now is call recording homework. So to give you a couple examples, we have an SDR role and a closer role within our internal sales team. And our SDR role, when they come on board now, they go through 15 call recordings, okay? 3 call recordings per day, Monday through Friday. That's 15 call recordings. And after each call recording, they actually email leadership with what they've learned on that call. So 15 times in the first week for the setters, they listen to 15 recorded calls. By the way, these are calls that were appointments that were set that turned into closes for closers. So we know those calls that were set are the ideal type of calls because they turned into revenue. But the new setters, or the SDRs, we call them SDRs within our team, they go through these 15 call recordings and provide feedback around what they learned to their leader. And what it does is it allows the leader to offset some of the time investment into the new hire training and also see if the rep is actually committed to doing their part. So as an example, if we laid out, hey, 15 call recordings, 3 per day for your first 5 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and the new hire totally just skips Monday, that's our red flag that they're not really bought in and they're probably going to be cycling out. If they commit to it on time and their call feedback or their homework is in detail and they have 5 to 10, 15 things listed out for each call, that is showing them that they're learning a lot from each call. That's a really good sign. And also what it's doing is it's offsetting some of the learning curve around our specific sales process. And this is huge because there's all these nuances that happen within your sales process, which at times is kind of the harder thing to learn within a sales model. And offsetting this as homework for your new hires collapses that timeline. Now for the SDR side in our company, the calls are short. They're like 10 to 15 minutes, which is why we have the new hires do 3 per day. On the closer side, they go through a similar process, but just less calls. We actually have them do 10. Those calls are more like 45, sometimes up to 60 minutes, as quick as 30 minutes, but we have 10 call recordings. When we hire a closer in their first week, they're going to go through 2 per day, Monday through Friday. That's the 10 call recordings. They're going to provide the feedback, what they learned. And that shows us that, hey, they're committed to doing their part. They're learning on their downtime on top of the other strategies that we have within our onboarding process. And they're sticking to the plan and they're getting their learning curve collapsed down because they're doing that on their downtime. And this is something really simple that everybody can implement. All you have to do is go out there and get the call recordings or the pitch recordings. Easy to do in a call center or remote environment because you can implement the sales tech if you don't have that to record calls. And maybe not as easy to do it in an outside sales environment. So you have to be a little bit more strategic with that, but your goal should be to get 10 to 15 call recordings that ideally turned into closes so you can implement that into your onboarding process. And it doesn't have to be just like I explained to you. If you had hypothetically 20 call recordings and you wanted them to do that over 4 weeks, 1 per day, Monday through Friday for the first 4 weeks, that's cool too. At a high level, what you're trying to understand is that this is going to cut down the learning curve by 25%, most likely compared to whatever you're doing today, which is a beneficial thing for both you and the new hire. And again, what's so cool about this is you get to see many things happening. You get to see if they're committed to what they've been told to do. You get to see how engaged they are. You get to see how much they're trying in the process. So as an example, if a new hire did their call recording homework and all they put was something like, it was a great call, I learned a lot. Obviously they're not clear on what needs to happen. They're maybe not that bright. They're not learning what they need to, or maybe they're being kind of lazy. Call homework feedback should look something like this. We'll put this up on the screen, but good energy to open the call, got prospect to engage with the joke, pre-frame purpose of the call, clarified what the prospect's business does, outlined outline what SRU does, that's our company, confirm the prospect understands and asked about specific goals, positive comment about the prospect's business model, verified current revenue, asked for permission to schedule a call with the senior advisor, verified day and time 2 times, handled objection, and kept the appointment. So that specifically was Larry Allen. He's a new hire, a new closer on our team. Yesterday was Tuesday, and that was his 4th call recording homework, right? He did 2 on Monday, 2 yesterday. He's gonna do 2 today, which is Wednesday, 10 in his first week. And so that's the kind of feedback that you wanna see. And what that allows me and our VP to understand within our leadership model is, hey, this person's committed to it, they're learning a lot, they're learning the right things, and we maybe get to follow up with coaching opportunity as well. So you get it, that's the first strategy, call recording homework. You guys will love that regardless of your sales model. The second strategy, which can start to eliminate more of the learning curve for the new hire, is the leader, if you have the time to do it, providing call feedback. And so as an example for that closer role, Larry, he's doing 10 call recording homeworks in his first week. Again, 2-day, Monday through Friday. Next week, he's actually gonna start taking calls, and then Monday through Friday for the following 2 weeks, for us, that's week 2 and 3, we're gonna review and provide feedback on 1 call per day. And so he's gonna email us at the end of the day with his favorite call. We're gonna listen to that and provide coaching and feedback around that. And we'll provide that feedback either in a Loom video, which is just a recording software where we'll have our bullet list that we've kind of, the things that stuck out on the call for us, and we'll verbally just talk through the things that we learned and the 2 to 3 things that they probably need to focus on the most, or that call review based on the time availability that you have as a leader, that can be done on a call as well. But the point is we have call recording homework at the beginning during that learning curve, and ideally the cherry on top, if you're able to invest the time as a leader, and I understand not all of you are, is listening and providing feedback on their first like 5 to 10 days of calls or pitches or whatever your sales model to provide them coaching. These 2 things together will literally cut down the learning curve for new hires by 25 and up to 50%. That second strategy, again, if you're a smaller business owner, if you're a solo business owner and you got 60+ hour work weeks, you may not have time to do the call recordings, and that will have to be delegated to a leader eventually, but you can do a lot with the call recording homework. So hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully you implement this and it immediately impacts your onboarding process for your new hires, and we'll look forward to next week's video. Thank you.